Okay, well, I just ended that last video, and this is literally 2 seconds later. Like I said, we just did some quick cleaning at the house here. We're now heading over mom and dad's, and we're gonna work on another door for the bus. I'm not sure which one yet. I got some measurements in my coat pocket that I went on the bus and took, and now we're gonna go over there and just kind of rifle through some wood and see what we have for lengths and pieces and scraps to decide what door we're gonna make next. So stay tuned, and we'll show you some of that. All right, well, we're heading over there now, but just realized it's like 45 degrees out and it's pretty nice. So we might end up doing some outside stuff today too. We'll see. I'm not sure if you can hear the background fan going there, but Tracy over here is helping sand as well. So yeah, she's still with us. It's just been, I don't know, we've just been so busy. We just haven't done the things we really wanted to do lately. But yeah, just sanding these down one more time. I got another can of that clear coat gloss I'm gonna put on them, and then I'm done with these doors other than putting the backs in them, and we're gonna go ahead and start on another door. All right, hopefully that's the final coat. We definitely got a little bit more of a gloss to them. You can see they're still wet, so hopefully those dry, look good, and we'll be good with them and just put the centers in. So now we're gonna move on to another door. All right, guys, so as you know, I'm dealing with a lot of scrap wood, which is fine if you take your time and pick through it. These had a pretty good bow to it, so what I did is I took them over here on the joiner, and I joined one edge to get a flat edge. So now you can see it's flat. I'm just using the fence here as a guide, but you can see I got a nice flat edge. And then I took it over to the table saw and ripped them, so now I got two parallel flat straight edges, and that's going to be the upper and lower portion of my bathroom door. And of course there's the uprights right here. I just got to run them all through the planer now, bring them down to the thickness that we're going to use, and then of course I got to put that rabbet in the back here that will receive the panel, and we'll go from there. But so far that's what we got, and we'll move on to the next step here in just a minute. All right, so essentially I got them cut down to the finished length, and they're all planed down to the same thickness. So now I just got to figure out how far in I want to go with my panel, so I can put that rabbet in here. You know, how far do I want to go in with it? So I'm gonna do a little measuring on, see what I have for scraps over here, and then I'll determine how far I'm gonna cut in, like I did on the doors, to receive a panel, to make the center of the door. I guess I'm thinking here at the same time. All right, we'll stick around. I'll be back in a minute. Oh, hey guys, yeah, I'm back on the bus because something didn't look right, so I wanted to just take an extra measurement. Fortunately, what I was looking at looks too long, which means I need to cut it down, but I just want to make double sure I don't cut it off too short. So it's just the height of the bathroom door here. I had the measurements, and they're probably right, and they are, so that's good. 52.5, just like I measured. But when I laid it on the floor over there and looked at it, I'm like, something just doesn't look right. So, you know what? An extra second to measure ensures I won't ruin a good piece of wood. 18 3/4, 52.5. All right, that's what we're gonna go back with. All right, if you remember when I made the other doors, I made these start and stop lines here to where to plunge this in to make the cut and then move it out so I don't cut all the way through the end. What I did is these are a different width, so I had to redo it to set to those, and that's what these new marks are here. And I just quickly put an X in these, which I could take sandpaper and just sand them off, because you don't want to accidentally start in the wrong spot on these, because it's not going to cut where you want it. So that's what the new lines are for. I'll just bring it through, and when it gets here, whoops, when it gets there I'll stop and pull it out, and so you have just a cut in the back. I think you get the point. It's what I did on the back of all of those doors over there, which are still drying, so I might have to wait before I fire this thing up, because this creates a lot of dust and I don't want to get it all over that until they are dry. All right, you see I got all the little rabbets cut in here that will receive the panel, and now I just gotta really just sand all these things up, clean them up the best I can. And you see these B's, I marked that B as the back, so it's gonna be like the inside of the door that you won't see from like the hallway of the bus, because it's the worst size with some flaws and stuff. Again, I'm dealing with scraps, you know, trying to make this as most economical as possible with leftover stuff. This is really nice wood, it's tiger maple, but there's got splits in it. It's got a lot of warps and stuff I gotta try to get out and things like that. So, hey, for the price, I'll work with it and see what I can make it into. But I think this is going to work out. I was able to straighten them out pretty good, and I just got to now clean them up, and then I'll get them together, and then we will measure up for the panel that's going to go on the inside. Well, I made a boo-boo, but a very minor one, and it's easily fixable. Thank goodness. I'd rather have the mistake this way than the other way, so let me just show you what happened here. So remember I set up those start and stops on the router to route it in the piece? Well, I did it with all 4 pieces. Well, of course, that can't be the case. It's only 2 pieces. This one here has to go all the way so the panel can sit down in here. So I'm just going to take the 2 long ones back over to the router and finish it on both ends. So this is cut out here. So I think you see what I mean here. So if I try to put a panel down in here, it's not going to sit because this last little bit is right there. So we'll take care of that real quick, and then we'll get these assembled. That's much better. All right, I will try to still give you some tips and stuff on when I am building bus stuff. I'm not going to do as much as I used to, but I'll try and give you some along the way, because this one I found is important. Sometimes you take a few extra minutes in the beginning, it will save you a lot of work in the end. And what I'm doing here is I'm actually starting to join these together, the seams, the pieces, and I'm using pocket holes and pocket hole screws. But if you just try to clamp one spot, then it can move, and then the other side, the finished side, could be uneven. It's going to create a lot more sanding down the road. So I found if you just take a few extra minutes and put extra clamps so everything is solid, and so this one cannot move, that one can't move. This is hardwood, so it's going to want to try to move when that screw goes in there. And I just put extra clamps down in everywhere, and I got one back here. So this stuff is really not going anywhere. And now I can go ahead and put the screws in, and I'll do this for each corner. Yes, it's going to take me a few extra minutes, but it's going to save me a lot of work on the back end. All right, well, I just got it all assembled, and I just tossed it on the floor here to see how square it is, and it's actually pretty good. It's not rocking or anything, because sometimes it can get a little wonky, especially when using scraps, but it's actually pretty darn good. So now I just got to measure, you know, the from inside that rabbet here to here, and then the other way, and cut out my panel that will drop in. Well, I just stopped for a break for lunch. Tracy brought home Alex pizza. And that's really good. So now I'm going back to work. If you do ever come to Maine, I think I've mentioned this before, get an Alex pizza. They only make one size with all kinds of different toppings, whatever you want, but one size. You don't have to think about the size. And it's over in Biddeford. So if you ever come to Maine, get yourself an Alex pizza. For now, I'm over full because I shouldn't have ate it because of all the damn carbs. Trying to lose my belly again. But I did. I ate it. It was good. But I will not be eating supper tonight. It's now 3 o'clock, so it was kind of like a between supper, lunch and supper. And now back to work on the door. All right, so I got the panel all cut for the door down to the appropriate size. I'm just fitting it in here real quick. Like that, you can see it sets right in. Hopefully you can see it. It's pretty flush too. And this is the back side, and then the front is like that. And it'll be just like the other doors. This will be blue. This will be clear coat. And then that'll be our door. I might put some reinforcement on the back here, I'm not sure. I'm definitely going to reinforce these corners because this will be the bathroom door, like I said. It's going to open and close a lot. So, yeah, so a little at a time, getting there. All right, what I'm trying to find now is I want to find some angle plates to put on each of the inside corners of that door because I know it's going to go open and close a lot. So if I can reinforce it with some of those plates, like this right here. If I can find 2 more matching plates, so there's one here and there's one here, I'll reinforce each of the 4 corners, and that'll make it a lot stronger. So that's another type right there. Oh, marvelous too. All right, let me just take a look, see what I got here. I'll decide what I'm gonna use. All right, so Tracy showed up here. She got my coat on. She has good clothes because I had her paint this panel. It's the inner panel for this. Again, this is the bathroom door. I'm going to go ahead and put the first layer of clear coat on here, sand it when it's dry, and then the final layer will be the same as the other stuff, that high gloss. So that's what I'm going to do now. Let's go ahead and put that on here, and we'll let this stuff dry, and we'll probably be done with this today as far as what we're doing to it. So we're just wrapping things up here. You can see we got a clear coat on this. You don't have to stop talking. We got a clear coat on this, and Tracy got the paint on that. There she is. Say hi. Hi. Say hi to Tracy. Tell her, everybody say that, hey, we want you on more videos. And then my brother's over there. You can see him in the background. So yeah, we're just going to wrap this up for today. Let this stuff dry, and then we'll get back at it another time. Hey, everybody. We are wrapping up the day. Today is actually the same day we were working on the bathroom door on the bus. Yeah. We got the fireplace going over here, and we're going to wrap the day up and play a little bit of pool. So thanks for swinging by. We're going to turn some music on here. I don't have it on yet, 'cause I'll have a, copyright strike. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share the video. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Remember, life is a wild ride.